think about. But when you're born into a fire, let them burn it out. They sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away. Burn away, we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
Welcome. This is the Throttle Up Racing Network, and tonight we are at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We are out west. We are in Sin City. And we've got a wild one for you tonight. They're about down to the final minute. We'll show you the practice times. Right now, Chris Carter, he's your quickest in practice. He's the number 25. Blake Giglio, he's out there in second. He's running a Larson scheme. You see Larson out there. He won this race today. We've got a couple guys in those Larson schemes. So Blake Giglio in the 16. He's second quickest. And as you see the Practice time scrolling by on the left. Let's take a look at our standings. You got Casey Herring. He's out there, hasn't logged into the session yet, I don't believe. Usually comes in right at last minute. Dylan Falovich is in there, but hopefully Casey will be in. But Casey Herring, your point leader right now. AJ Rogers second. Blake Giglio, he's in the third spot. Bill Stringfellow fourth. Mark Truth fifth. Chris Carter, he's sixth. Seventh, Dylan Falovich, Ronnie Osmer, and Tony Smith all tied for that seventh spot. Joey Doucette, he rounds out our top 10 as we begin qualifying. Getting some cars rolling out here. First up to do some qualifying, that's Grant Goodell in the number 93. You hear that Chevrolet Camaro getting up to speed. Got AJ Rogers on the track as well. Tyler Humphrey, he moved up a lot of points positions last week. The great finish last week at Homestead. Kevin Poskowich, he's out on the track. Matt Goodell, he's certainly one to watch right there as well. And as they start coming across the line, Kevin Poskowich, he's the quickest currently. We'll have to see when that 25 rolls around where he comes across the line. He's now third on his first lap. Scramita now up top. He's in that 0X Designs machine. Rogers now takes the top spot. We're going for the 0X Designs Pole Award. We'll have to see who can get it. Not now, Chris Carter on the top of the board. Let's see if anybody can knock him off. Matt Goodell, he'll qualify second right now. Scramita, he's in third. Philip Forrester comes out. He gets into the top 5 currently. Mark True comes around in 8th spot. Jason Clark out there, currently 13th quickest. Ronnie Osmer, one we expect to be fast. Last week's pole sitter. Let's see where Ronnie Osmer stacks up. Currently 16th quickest. Nate Maurer comes out in 11th. Osmer comes across the line. New pole sitter, Ronnie Osmer. He's going to pick up those pole awards left and right. He's once again fast qualifier. Currently, Nate Maurer out there in 11th. He comes across the line here. Let's see where he qualifies after his second lap. Nate Maurer moves up to 9th. Kyle Adcock, he's slowing down. He's 18th, now 19th as Travis White sets his first lap. Henry Basaw out there. Here comes Blake Giglio. There's Henry Basaw. Blake Giglio, as he comes around on his first lap. Giglio in 8th spot now. Stringfellow, as he rolls around, he currently sits 15th quickest. Let's see where he comes around on his second lap. Stringfellow across the line. Top of the board for Bill Stringfellow. We thought Ronnie Osmond was going to get it, but there you go. Top time right now, Bill Stringfellow. Let's see who else. We've still got some quick cars left to qualify. Lee Granity, he's won. And Lee Granity here, he is from Singapore. So we do have one racer from across the pond in the country of Singapore. But very talented stock car racer. As we watched him last week get a great finish. Was running up in the top 3 for a lot of the race last week. We expect him to be fast again tonight. Justin White, he's sitting there getting ready to get going. He's going to rev a redo on his lap. Lee Granity currently the first one out. Or the only one out, excuse me, right now on track. Justin White, he begins to roll on track. And on his first lap, number 7, Lee Granity, he'll move up into the 18th spot. He gets sideways. He's not going to get that pole. As he goes around sideways, Justin White also having issues. These two currently only 2 cars on track right now. That second lap won't be any quicker than the first. He'll have to start back in the 18th spot. Now Dylan Falovich, he pulls on track. He's taking his time. This is a little trick where they hold the brake. Gives you a little extra grip. Heating those tires up. Justin White, he's out on the track. We're still looking for Casey Herring to join the session. We don't see him out there right now. Now Casey Herring logs in. Justin White, he comes across. That moves Justin into the 19th spot. Dylan Falovich, he's out there trying to get him a fast lap. We see the 12 come across the line. Nope, he's on the backstretch. Dylan Falovich. Ryan Smith now out on the track. Falovich, he comes across. Let's see where he stacks up. He's in 19th. If Dylan gets a quicker lap, Justin White gonna be 20th right now. Ryan Smith, he's coming around his first lap. Dylan Falovich on his second lap, he moves up to 7th quickest. Smith gonna come around on his first one. We'll see where he's at. 22nd. We're going to go ahead and say Bill Stringfellow, our pole sitter. Let's see if we can get a word with Bill Stringfellow. Hey, Bill, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
How's it going?
Hey, going good. You come out there and no surprises to see your name at the top of the speed charts, but you get the pole tonight. You think you got what it takes to run all these laps and get the win tonight?
I'm hoping so. Clean air makes a huge difference here, so hopefully we don't get behind too many people and we can stay out front and give ourselves a good chance.
Absolutely. Looking fast in practice. I think you're going to be a name I'm going to be saying a lot tonight, Bill.
I hope so.
All right, go out there and lead every lap.
That would be nice. Thank you.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
That was Bill Stringfellow, our point leader. Or not our point leader, but our pole sitter. And that is the Zero X Designs Pole Award. Let's see, we're getting to grid up. But Zero X Designs, you need a iRacing paint. That's who you need to talk to. He did a iRacing paint for me this week, which I've got up here. I'm going to show you in a little while. So look forward to that. I'm telling you, the guy's talented. There's a lot of cars in this race tonight that he has painted as well. So Zero X Designs, that's exactly who you need to go to if you're going to get your car, your iRacing car, painted. All right, we are getting ready to go through the grid. There's Bill. On your pole tonight, the Zero X Pole Award winner, that's Bill Stringfellow. Second spot, Ronnie Osmer. Rolling off third, Chris Carter. Blake Giglio, fourth spot. Magadell starting fifth. Travis Gramita, there's a Zero X Designs car. He's starting sixth. Dylan Falovich, he's out there in seventh. AJ Rogers will roll off in eighth. Philip Forster, will roll off in the ninth spot. Kevin Poskowich going to be the 10th place starter. And as we go through the grid, 11th spot, Travis White. 12th, Andrew Rattel. In 13th, Matthew Prentice. 14th is Nate Maurer. 15th, Mark True. 16th, Nicholas Biscotti. 17th, Christopher Pendle. And 18th, Henry Basal. 19th, Lee Granity. And in 20th, Justin White. And as we go on through the field, 21st, Tyler Humphrey. 22nd, Ryan Smith. Jason Humphrey, 23rd. Jason Clark, 24th. 25th, Grant Goodell. Jonathan Cogswell, 26th. Kyle Adcock, 27th. 28th, Sammy Davis. Kevin Franks, 29th. Casey Herring, 30th. Patrick Colby, Joey Doucette, John McMillan Jr., Jamie Dunning, and Doug Neal rounding out the field tonight. And our race info, you see down there, temperature, that's track temperature, 84 degrees. It's got a little bit cooler as we go through because we are in the afternoon time in sim. So we look for there to be a little bit more grip than these guys have experienced in their official races this week. But as we get ready to go green, it's going to be on Bill Stringfellow. Bill on the green flag. He'll come around trying to lead a lap. Osmer, he's getting a little ahead on the outside lane. They're side by side. Osmer goes to the bottom. It looks like he's going to lead lap one. Stringfellow up on the outside. He said he was looking for that clean air early, but Osmer right now out front. See these guys starting to get a little strung out throughout the field. Taking it easy around everybody. Ronnie Osmer out front. We seen him out front a lot last week at the beginning of the race. And he's here again. Bill Stringfellow, looks like we may have had a couple around, number 8 involved. Oh, several cars crashing. Let's take a look from the blimp cam and see if we see. Oh, it happened right in front of these guys, the 26th. Let's go look at him. And we can get a better look at just what happened. He's the purple car. You see, he gets a little bit loose. Nowhere for the 5 to go, and several other cars get collected. They're sitting on the track. Several cars keep coming in as the cars are sitting on track. Not sure if the caution come in late or what happened there, but several cars involved in the first incident here on lap 4. Ronnie Osborne right now out front. Familiar spot for him at the beginning of these races. Bill Stringfellow, our pole sitter, he's now second spot. Chris Carter moves up into third. Blake Giglio hanging around in fourth. Travis Scromita, that Zero X Designs car, he is fifth. Dylan Falovich sixth. Matt Goodell in seventh. Travis White, he gains 3. He's up into the 8th spot. AJ Rogers 9th, and Nate Maurer rounds out the top 10. And currently in 16th spot in that Simbach Chevrolet, Doug Neal, currently our biggest mover. He's gained 19 spots in the first 4 laps. Basically, that was just avoiding that big crash. Gets around to all those other cars, so. Doug Neal, our biggest mover right now. Let me show you this car that was designed by Zero X. You see this is Zero X car behind, but this is a car that I've been wanting for a while. It's Dale Earnhardt's scheme, the Unchained car, which is a ministry that I'm involved in my area, motorcycle ministry, and I've been getting these cars designed to look like his race schemes that he raced, and this is one made by Zero X Designs, and just what a fantastic job that they've done on that car. Now the pace lights off the pace truck. Ronnie Osmer gonna be the controlled vehicle. And when we come back around, the green flag's gonna be on him. Gonna have to wait for that pace truck to pull in the pits. Everybody's going to have to try and time themselves in comparison to Ronnie Osmer. Seven laps into 150. Our stage tonight going to be on lap 65. Ronnie Osmer brings us down. There goes that pace truck, and it's on Ronnie Osmer whenever he wants to go. There he goes. Green flag. Ronnie Osmer, the 83, jumps straight down to the bottom. That's Bill Stringfellow. As Carter now moves into the second spot. Stringfellow back. These cars fanned out 3 wide down the back stretch. Osmer trying to get out to a little bit of a lead. This the battle for second. Carter, Stringfellow, and Giglio. This bottom line, I raced a little bit with these guys earlier in the week, and it's hard to hold the bottom line through 1 and 2 because there's so many bumps. 3 and 4, a little bit easier to get all the way down to that white line, but you'll wear your tires out quick trying to hold it on the bottom through 1 and 2. So Bill, a little bit of a disadvantage early in the run, but as we go along, he should save his tires a little bit better than the guys driving it down to the bottom. He should get a run down the backstretch. Both these cars look like they're keeping up with Osmer in front. And we're now 10 laps in. Carter and Stringfellow battling for second spot. Nobody wants to give it up. Both these cars side by side holding strong with the leader. Now Stringfellow charges ahead of Carter. Carter now drops to third. Stringfellow's trying to run down Osmer. And now another caution on the speedway. Not real sure what it's for. Maybe Tyler Humphrey. Christopher Pendle looks like he's a little bent up. Let's see if he was involved in something here. I'm not seeing it. Not real sure what the caution was for. So not sure what happened there. Mark True, last week's winner, he's bent up. I don't know if he was involved in anything. I'm just not seeing anything. Not sure what happened that time. I don't know. Mark True bent up, though. He was our last week's winner. So we'll have to see if he can get going. Jamie Dunning currently out there in the 26th spot. Ronnie Osmer still the control car. Bill Stringfellow still holds on to second. I believe that right there is what the caution was for, that number 9 sliding around. So I think we found it thanks to Bill Stringfellow letting me know in his stream. If you want to follow Bill on Twitch, it's BLK Supra TT on Twitch for Bill Stringfellow. And I got on there and asked him what happened. He let me know. And that's why we got that replay. So thank you, Bill. Chris Carter, he's out there in the 3rd spot now. He's been quick. We're going to see how this replay or how this restart works out, because those guys are battling hard for the 2nd position. Now these cars, you see NASCAR, you'll see just about every caution those guys dive in and get tires. But in this league, they've got 150 laps. They've only got 4 sets of tires to work with. So that adds to the strategy, when to pit, when not to pit. So a lot of these front runners are not going to pit until we get near the stage break or a little behind after the stage break, lap 65. Casey Herring, he's moved his way up now into 17th. He's up 13 positions since we started. Doug Neal, he's up 19. So a couple of big movers running through the pack. Patrick Colby, he's up 10 spots. Jonathan Cogswell in 14th, he's up 12. He was leading late, ended up 2nd place last week. Jonathan Cogswell, he'll be one to watch moving forward. Henry Basaw, he's up 9 positions. We've got a lot of big movers early on. Henry Basaw up to the 10th spot. Osmer once again going to be the control car. Looks like Casey's having some sort of an issue down on the bottom. I don't know, maybe it was just where he had gotten off the track. It was kind of looked like the left front was digging down. Not sure about that. But Ronnie Osmer now up front as he'll lead us off again here at lap 16 after the 2nd caution of the night. Ronnie Osmer with a big jump there and changing that rule to where the leader gets that restart. We did that this week to try and fan these guys out a little bit as they were very close out on the start. But it's certainly an advantage now for the leader. Ronnie Osmer up 2/10 now over Bill Stringfellow in second. And once again, Stringfellow and Carter going to be battling for the second spot. But Stringfellow, he's now looking low on the leader. Can Stringfellow catch the leader, Ronnie Osmer? He's reeling him in. Now Giglio down to the bottom of Carter. These guys holding it on the bottom a lot longer than I thought they would be. Stringfellow, Giglio, and Scramita, all teammates, all in the top 5 right now. Scramita looking low, looking for 4th spot. Travis White here in 6th. He's moving up. He's up 5 spots. He's on Team Simbox. He's having a good run so far early in this one. A couple cars a little off the pace, involved in the earlier wreck. Osmer still out front. You see the front group all out single file. Packed house tonight in Las Vegas. Osmer stretching his lead out now a little over 3/10, now 4/10 over Bill Stringfellow in second. Giglio now in the 3rd spot. Travis Scramita has moved into 4th. And Carter, he was pushing hard early. You have to question, has he burnt those tires up already, as he's fallen back to the 6th spot behind Travis White. Dylan Falovich, he's out there 7th spot along with AJ Rogers in 8th. These two battling for position. There's Poskowich, he's in 9th spot right now. Nate Maurer, he's out there in 10th. Andrew Rattel, he's in 11th spot. We've got a couple around the 93 involved, along with Jamie Dunning in the 13. Let's take a look and see what happened. As they go into the corner, the 93 looks like he went up and tagged the wall, comes down in front of the 13. Also, Justin White involved. Nowhere to go for the 88. And the 13, he really gets smashed on the second hit, as the 93 was sent back up the track. He really gets sent into the outside wall. And Jamie Dunning may need to use his fast repair early. 93 does a good job of holding his brakes. Jamie Dunning. Then that Landon Mills Paints.com car. We'll have to see if he can get that fast repair and work his way back up through the field. Blake stays out. Everybody else down the pit lane early here. Only 26 laps in. Blake gonna have an extra set of tires. Right now, only a couple stays out. Giglio, Goodell, Humphrey, he stays out. Sammy Davis, Pendle as well. And it looks like Chris Carter doesn't take tires. Everybody else with 4. So a lot of cars taking 4 tires early in this race. We'll have to see how that works out for Blake Giglio. Giglio, he stayed out, along with the 38 of Matt Goodell just behind. Tyler Humphrey as well stays out. Sammy Davis now running 4th. He stays out. Pendle, he was out, but he goes back in to get some more repairs. He's now in. He'll fall back to the back of the field. But Chris Carter, he either took 2 tires or no tires as he was out of the pits very quick. A gas and go, I do believe, for Chris Carter. The first one with tires, Ronnie Osmer in that 55 machine. He's now 6th and Bill Stringfellow 7th. So I'll have to see how quickly these guys with tires can get back to the front. Giglio playing a little peekaboo behind the pace truck. Now 3 cautions in, 28 laps down out of a 150 lap race. Once again, the stage will be at lap 65. No caution for that stage. We'll keep it green. We'll score the points. But no caution flag, no stage break in the Southern Excitement Racing League. We want to have as much green flag action as possible. If Blake can get a good restart and get a little bit of a jump on these other guys, you know, these guys with tires gonna have to make their way through 3 or 4 other cars to get to Blake Giglio. So he may get out front and lead a few laps here. Late in this race, he may have tires when nobody else does, along with these other top 4 and the 25 of Chris Carter. No tires, just fuel only on that pit stop. Blake Giglio, he's the control car. When that pace truck pulls all the way in the pit lane, he'll get to go. Now it's on Blake. Giglio with a good restart. He gets out to a 3/10 lead early. And we'll see how quick these guys with tires make it through. And see Stringfellow already in the top 5. Around one of those cars that didn't get tires. 25, he may have gotten 2 as he's now all the way up into 2nd spot. If he got 4, it was the quickest 4-tire stop I've ever seen. Giglio out front. 3 wide behind. That's for the 3rd spot. 23, he gets a little loose, but he saves it. Does a great job down on the apron. Stringfellow, the first car with tires. They're now looking 3 wide to the inside of Chris Carter. Stringfellow now into the 2nd spot. Ronnie Osmer, he's in 3rd. Osmer a little sideways. Can he hold it? Tags the wall a little. Looks like he's going to save it. That'll give a big gap to Stringfellow. He's now running down our leader, Blake Giglio, up there in the 1st spot. Stringfellow with those new tires, a big advantage over the 16. He now takes the lead again. You see Travis Scramita moving up. And a big gap back to Poskowich. Everybody right behind trying to get through. Goodell one that didn't take tires there, if I remember correctly. Everyone a little bit quicker on these newer tires. It'll take about 10 or 12 laps for these tires to even remotely get evened out. '97 pinches up a little bit, but he comes back down, allows room for the 38 of Goodell. A lot of cars starting to move forward. Herring up 18 spots, now into 12. As he looks to the inside of Matt Goodell. And Goodell and those old tires just can't keep up. See Carter, he slipped all the way back to 16th. He came in and just took fuel. I think he thought that was what a lot of people were going to do, but most people took tires early. But late in this race, these guys that didn't take tires on that first stop may be at quite an advantage. Lee Granity, he's out there in 21st. John McMillan Jr., he's currently running at 22nd position. Matthew Prentice up in 20th. He's been alongside. There's that other Larson car. That's the 22 of Joey Doucette, the same paint scheme as Giglio in the 16. Giglio doing a good job of holding on up front. Looks like we've got one around. That's Casey Herring. We'll have to see what happened to Casey Herring, our point leader. As he come up just a little bit, must have thought he was going to clear the 54, but didn't get around him. That's a hard hit for our point leader. Let's take a look from this camera. See if we can get a better look. as he was coming up and just wasn't expecting the 54 to be there, as he was quite a bit quicker. Casey with tires, the 54 did not get tires, but Casey looks like he maybe have misjudged that one a little bit, and Casey heavily involved the 22 of Doucette as well. Casey holding those brakes, so we'll have to see how much damage that did to the 2 car. Looks like the 22 got it pretty bad as well. And Giglio, he's going to come in now and get those tires. And it looks like the 2, he's going to go a lap down early. Yeah, Casey Herring going to go a lap down. Ryan Smith, he's going to come out before he gets a lap down, but no, actually, he's not going to make it. Stringfellow, Biscotti's the, I believe that's the free pass car. Yeah, Biscotti going to be the free pass. The 91. I don't know if it's going to let him pass or not. Looks like he's waiting for the field. So Stringfellow, he's currently out front. He's going to be the control car with only 25 left to go in the stage. Now the 91 has to fall back. He will be a lap down now. Casey's still sitting in the pits. He may have had to tow. As now he looks like he's going to go 2 laps down. That's our point leader. So a battle on his hands for Casey. Stringfellow out front. Scramita there in third in the 0X car. He's having a good night. Travis White, another one that's having a good night. Currently in 5th. He's been fast all race long so far. Dylan Falovich and AJ Rogers, familiar names to the front. And they're currently in the top 10. There's Bill Stringfellow. He's looks like he may have a little damage to the nose. I'm not sure what happened to the 83 to get a little bit of damage on the nose, but we'll have to see if that affects him going forward. Let's see, Casey, he's back out on track, but he's a couple laps down, I believe. Yeah, Herring 2 laps down, so got a lot of work ahead of him to get back on the lead lap. So currently Bill Stringfellow up front. He's going to be the control car. A big jump for Bill Stringfellow. Ronnie Osmer, he's going to hold on to second. Travis Cremita there. He gets out in third. Dylan Falovich, he's in fourth right now on that number 12. And the 56 of Poskowitz trying to hold it strong on the outside. Nate Maurer, he's up top. Now stuck in a 3 wide. AJ Rogers going down to the bottom. And he's going to let out a little bit. But he's stuck in a 3 wide behind him with Patrick Colby and Andrew Rattel. AJ Rogers, he clears these two. There's Patrick Colby. He's been fast every week. I know he's going to get a good finish soon. Keeps getting involved in incidences. Patrick Colby, he was a stage winner at Daytona, so expect to see him moving towards the front end of the points very soon. There's Doug Neal, and he has gained 24 spots. Doug Neal showing a lot of speed in the Simbach Chevrolet. He's going to be running that high line, number 77. Patrick Colby, he's up 22 spots. So big movers for both Patrick Colby and Doug Neal. The battle for second between Ronnie Osmer, Travis Scramita. They trade positions back and forth. Both of these guys beginning to catch Stringfellow. We're getting down towards the end of the stage. Brayton Laster out in the chat. He was the one that threw the big figure 8 race that we run last night. He thinks we should put the Cup cars on the figure 8. That would be very wild, that's for sure. A lot of speed on those crossover hits. Osmer up on the outside, using those tires, trying to get a little bit of an advantage. Travis Scramita gets around him though. Osmer not going to make that high lane work. He's trying his best. He's right up against the wall, up in the Larson lane, trying to get a run down the back stretch. A 56 holding strong. Now Travis White takes a look on the bottom, trying to get up to the 3rd spot. Now he moves in to 4th, or in a battle for 4th with the 56. These cars begin to catch lap traffic. There's the 2 of Casey Herring. Now he goes 3 laps down, tried to repair that damage. Quite a bit of damage to that Ford. We watch these cars going around Casey. He tries to hold it on the bottom. You see the speed difference. Up front now, Scramita putting pressure on Stringfellow for the lead. Both these cars full throttle racing. So a good finish would be a big help to these two in the team standings. Scramita still down on the bottom. Stringfellow is starting to inch up the track as he tries to save those tires. Nate Maurer making moves. Doug Neal now up 25 spots. He finds himself in the top 10 for the first time tonight. Those two Simbox cars, 9th and 10th, as we're down with about 12 laps left in the first, well, in our only stage in the Southern Excitement Racing League. Everybody's starting to move high. Osmer touches the outside wall. Osmer burned those tires up quick in the run. Now he's just holding on for all he can get. Now back to the 14th spot. Blake Giglio, who pitted for tires, he's moving his way back to the front as everyone else stayed out that last time, and he stayed out the first time everyone pitted. And then on the last caution, he came in and got tires, went all the way back to the back of the field. But now he's back up to 13th, and he's looking at that number 77. Those two Simbox cars, they're the last two in the stage points. You can see just how much tires make a difference at this track. Just a few laps different, but Giglio moves all the way from the back of the pack, and he's driving all the way back up towards the top 10. This is a battle for the 12th spot, but he's going to make it 3 wide. No, he's just going to drive straight to the bottom. And now Giglio around Prentice for 11th spot. Scramita now side by side with the leader. He completes the pass. Here's the replay down to the bottom. Through 3 and 4, Scramita makes it happen. Bill now back to the 2nd spot. Bill gets back around. And here's that pass down the backstretch. It's like Scramita got a little loose off the corner. And Bill gets him back. This is a hot battle. For the lead, whereas the stage is winding down, these two a second ahead of 3rd spot. Scramita now starting to fall back. Stringfellow pulling ahead. And now only got about 6 laps left in the first stage. Stringfellow and Scramita 1-2. Kevin Poskowicz 3rd. AJ Rogers out 4th. Patrick Colby, he's up 26 spots now into the 5th position ahead of Dylan Falovich, now in 6th. Travis White, he runs 7th. And Blake Giglio pitting on that last caution. He's going to get up here and get some stage points. He's now looking to the bottom for the 7th position around Travis White. Now Blake Giglio moves into the 7th spot. Andrew Rattel in 9th. Nate Maurer rounds out the top 10. Chris Carter, another one who had just went in and got those tires with 4 laps to go. We'll have to see if he can get up to the 97 and get some stage points, and it looks like he's going to do just that, closing in quick. A good green flag run. Bill Stringfellow out front. Just a few laps left in the stage. We talked to Bill after last week's race. He won the stage last week and got mired back in the field. Was the quickest car, but he stayed out. Everyone behind him pitted, and the way it worked out, it was under caution that the stage points were given. So he got the stage points, but then he had to pit and go all the way to the back of the field. Involved in a couple incidents. Did come back to finish 7th, but it was a wild ride last week for Bill Stringfellow. Now 64. That's 2 laps to go in the stage. He's holding on right now. Blake Giglio, he's still 7th. But he may be able to pick off 2 more in 2 more laps here. And Chris Carter, he finds himself now in the top 10. These 2 cars side by side in front of him. Giglio, he's taking a look as we come around. And this is the white flag in the stage. The white flag in the stage. Bill Stringfellow out front by 0.8 over Travis Scrimita. Bill Stringfellow, he's going to come around, take the checkered for the stage. No caution. As they all come across. And at the end of the stage, our unofficial results, we'll go back and confirm these after the race. But unofficially, Stringfellow first, Scrimita second, Poskowich third, AJ Rogers fourth, Falovich fifth, Giglio sixth, Colby in seventh, Rattel eighth, Carter ninth, and Travis White in 10th. Once again, we'll go back and confirm those after the race. But Bill Stringfellow, 2 weeks in a row that he gets a stage win. And he is setting sail right now. These cars strung out most of the way around the track. And looks like Herring may have packed it up. Our point leader out of this race, Bill Stringfellow, he was up there in points. I believe he's second. So we'll have to see. No, Stringfellow, he is fourth in points, along with AJ Rogers, Blake Giglio, second and third. So big nights as Herring having a bad one. And that will be a major effect on his average finish. So when it comes to team standings, the Stringfellow and Scrimita get up here and finish 1-2, along with Giglio there running in 6th. That would be a big deal for the team standings. And in those team standings right now, we've got TTSL Motorsports. That's Casey Herring and Dylan Falovich team. They're currently in the lead, but with Casey Herring going out early, looks like he's going to finish in 33rd spot. That's going to be a big deal. Full Throttle Racing, they're out there. They're second. That's Stringfellow, Scrimita, and they are 21 points off the lead. AJ Rogers, he's battling for the 3rd spot. Prentice Retail Racing, they're 3rd. So Prentice Retail, here's Matthew Prentice. He's currently 16th. Andrew Retail out there having a good night. He's 7th. Simbox Motorsports, they're in 4th with 66 points. That's Travis White, Nate Maurer, and Doug Neal. They're all right there together, along with Justin White, who's a lap down currently. Adrenaline Autosport, Tyler Humphrey, I believe he's already out, but he's in the chat. Tyler Humphrey, their Adrenaline Autosport, excuse me. Along with Nicholas Biscotti's on that team. I think we've got a couple cars in the pit lane. Well, this may be green flag pit stops for Matt Goodell. And the 26 of Philip Forrester also in. It's like the 15. He's diving in the pit lane. All these are team cars, if I'm not mistaken. All on Prentice Retail Racing. These may be, well, 38 is Pony Express Racing, which they're 6th in the standings, and VSM Racing. There's all those cars with the flames. Like this 56, the 55 of Osmer, who was up here earlier. They're all on Team VSM. And we have a new team that includes last week's winner, Mark True. And Joey Doucette, who's just in front of him, along with Christopher Pendle, who's also having some issues tonight. Looks like he has also chosen to disconnect. These guys on a big green flag run. Seeing some more cars beginning to pit the 98. Looks like the Ford camp working together. A lot of Fords coming in early. You know, we see this in NASCAR. Another Ford down pit lane. That's Kevin Franks. Stringfellow. He's out to 1.3 seconds over Scramita. And Giglio now a 1-2-3 for Full Throttle Racing. As they're beginning to catch the back of the field. Maurer, he's battling with the 24th. That's for 13th spot. And Jamie Dunning, he's got a big gap between Dunning and Cogswell ahead of him. As we're already over halfway. A long green flag run. Stringfellow out front, 2.5 over Scramita. Giglio, he's got the newest tires. He's trying to run these guys down. John McMillan Jr., he's one that's up 24 spots. He's in 9th position right now. Battling alongside that 28 of Patrick Colby. Those guys both up a lot of spots. The 54 lap down. Kind of squeezes these guys in the middle. These guys battling for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Now he looks to the bottom. Colby down to the bottom of Kevin Poskowich. Gets a little tight off the corner, has to let off. Looks like we may have a couple around the 48. He gets sideways. Let's take a look at what happens. iRacing doesn't call cautions for single car crashes. 48, he saved it. I'm not sure what happened to the 8, as they both saved it. Just got to hit the wall a little bit, but not enough for iRacing to throw a caution. The 8 got loose and hits the 48. Those two are teammates. As we're still green. These guys battling hard right now. The 5 of Rattel trying to make his way through. 4 Fords and a Chevrolet. That's Chris Carter looking to see if he can weave his way through. See a lot of Fords out front, but the top 3 all Chevrolets. Top 3 Chevrolets followed by 6 Fords and another Chevrolet. That's the top 10. Our top Toyota right now, True in 17th, Clark in 19th. Don't have a lot of Toyotas out there in this field. A lot of Chevys and a lot of Fords. Stringfellow, he's down in the pit lane. Nope, hold on. He may have dropped out. This could be big. Stringfellow. Not sure what happened to Stringfellow. Scrimita still running. It looks like Stringfellow having internet issues. But that sucks for Stringfellow. He's going to get that stage win. If he can get logged back into session pretty quick, may only go a couple laps down. But very unfortunate for the 83 of Stringfellow. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to Bill. And these cars getting low on fuel. Giglio, he's now out second. The battle right now is between these cars, all very close. Rattel got around, but McMillan, Colby, Carter, all close. We're on lap 88 on a long green flag run. Colby in 7th and McMillan 6th. Those guys have gained a lot of spots. Bill's still logged out. 56, he's now in the pit lane. Mark True down pit lane. There's the 56. Both those cars are already in the pits, along with Jason Humphrey. Stringfellow, he's currently not real sure on laps down. See if he can get logged back in. Scramita out front. These guys getting low on fuel. Andrew Rattel now in the pit lane. John McMillan in the 12th spot. He comes down pit lane along with Jonathan Cogswell. All these cars coming to get fuel and tires. With 60 laps to go. Scramita, he's still hanging out. He's still on the track. Giglio, he pits. Now Scramita looks like he's coming in the pit lane. Falovich, he's as well in. Both these cars down. That's Scramita. Colby, he's going to get out. He's going to lead a lap. Chris Carter right behind now, first and second. Henry Basal, he's out there in third. We'll have to see if these guys stretch it out. Not sure how many laps that they can make. Stringfellow, he's 29th. That may be where he finishes. Basal now in the pits. Chris Carter, he's still out on the racetrack along with Joey Doucette. They pitted late in that last run. They're trying to make it as far as they can on fuel and going to try and make a late run on a fuel strategy. If this thing goes green. The first car out of the pits, now third, Blake Giglio. And he's a lap down to Carter. And Scramita, he's behind Giglio. About a second and a half behind Giglio. A lap behind Carter in the lead. Carter stays out yet another lap. Joey Doucette, he's still out there in that Larson's car. Everyone else a lap down, so if the caution come out right now, that would be a big benefit for both Carter and Doucette, as they're the only two cars on the lead lap right now, having yet to pit. And Giglio, he's a lap and a half down. You see up here on our track map, the 16 in green, and Carter, Noah, he's right in front of him. So if Giglio can get around Carter, there's Giglio. He'll unlap himself, and then he'll, if there's a caution, then he'll also have an advantage of being the only car in the lead lap. We're waiting. How long is Carter going to stay out? How much fuel does he have left? Carter, a former race winner already in a short 3-race season so far. Here, race 4. He's out leading again. Doucette out second. These two still yet to pit. We'll have to see how many laps that they can make it on fuel. They should be able to make it at least 50 laps, so we'll have to see how long these guys stay out. See, they may be staying out just to see if we can get a caution, as they only have a few laps left. See Blake Giglio sneaking into frame. He's trying to get his only lap back. He's currently in third position. Blake Giglio trying to catch Carter and get around him. Now, these two pitted on the same lap earlier, as everyone else had pitted, and these two came in. Now Chris Carter in the pits. We're going to see several cars get back on the lead lap. Doucette still out running. We'll see if he chooses to stay out and get a lap led. Doucette, he will stay out, as Carter's already passed the line. He's going to have to go around another lap to get a lap led. We'll see if he's got enough fuel. Now Doucette out in the lead. Doucette now in the pits. Sounds like we've got some guys that are saving fuel as we go through this run. So if it goes green, we may have a fuel strategy race as we go forward. Blake Giglio now out front. Travis Cremita in second. Dylan Falovich out there in the third spot. Andrew Rattell hot on his tail. That's the battle for third. John McMillan back in fifth, along with Patrick Colby. Those cars up 28 and 25 spots. AJ Rogers in seventh. Nate Maurer out eighth right now. Jonathan Cogswell in ninth spot. And Travis White, he's in the top 10. Another big mover there in 11th. That's Doug Neal up 24 spots. Blake Giglio, he's leading laps. That connection issue for Bill, that will really hurt the team standings for Team Full Throttle. And Jamie Dunning now going to have to pick it up. Dunning currently out there in 18th spot. He's gained 16 positions since we started. Jamie Dunning, he's the one that helped me broadcast a big figure 8 race last night at Irwindale Speedway. Currently holding strong in the 18th spot, up 16 positions. Joey Doucette, he just come out with new tires. He unlaps himself. As you see, Scramita, he closes in, and now he's side by side with the leader, and Scramita now in the lead as he gets around Blake Giglio. Her little team chatter, and it sounds like Giglio doing a little saving of the fuel. Not sure if these guys are going to make it all the way to the end. Look for Giglio to try and come back towards the end of this run. Chris Carter, he's currently in the 14th spot. He's 9 seconds behind the leader, but has the newest tires by a long shot, by about 15-20 laps newer than our leaders, and he is closing in on the cars in front of him. And he through that exchange, he was 10th before the green flag pits started, currently 14th, but moving forward we'll have to see. Looks like Falovich and Rattel have come together. They do. They spin to the inside. No caution from iRacing. As we continue green flag racing. Chris Carter, he's on the move in 10th spot now. He's only 6 seconds off the lead. He's the fastest car on the track. Carter now all the way up to 8th spot, now within 5 seconds of the leader. So pitting late for Chris Carter, proving to be a great plan as he finds himself moving up the board with 20 lap newer tires than everyone else around him. He's already up on the 27 of Cogswell. There's Cogswell. He's in 8th. He's gained 18 positions. Travis White, he's running 9th. He's been in the top 10 all night long. Travis White having a great run in this race. Mark True, last week's winner, he's currently 14th. Jamie Dunning, he's picking up spots. Of course, Joey Doucette goes around with those newer tires. He's gaining a lot of time as he was running side by side with the leader, but the leader right now, Patrick Colby. Here is that pass for the lead. I think Scramita and Giglio trying to save fuel to make it to the end. Looks like they may have pitted a little bit early. Now Patrick Colby, I said earlier, we were expecting this guy to get out front and be fast. Patrick Colby, John McMillan Jr. now racing for the lead. Patrick Colby, the reason I say I expect him to be out front and winning some of these races is that he won one of our recruitment races when we were starting this league. We were running some recruitment races, trying to get our name out. Patrick Colby come out and won one of those recruitment races. He's been fast ever since, but had some bad luck. But now we see John McMillan Jr. to the bottom. These guys side by side. Patrick Colby with a run off the corner, going to stay to the side of McMillan in the 51. And now a dead heat down into turn number 1. The 51 of McMillan down to the bottom, and Patrick Colby outside. Colby getting a little loose off the corner, but holds it strong. Doesn't let out. Scramita, now he's catching. Carter has those newer tires. This all may be for naught, as Carter has run these guys down. Now in 4th within a second. You see the yellow nose poking in from the top of the screen a second ago. Now John McMillan, he's going to be our new leader. Scramita, he's trying to make moves. Now he's in 2nd as Patrick Colby drops back to 3rd spot. But Chris Carter, he's the guy we need to be watching, as he's got way fresher tires than everyone else around him. And he's quite a bit faster right now. Now to the inside of Patrick Colby. Carter puts a nose in front. Now Carter to the 3rd spot. Dives down into turn 1. He will get the spot. Scramita now trying to run down McMillan for the lead. John McMillan Jr., he's gained 32 positions since the beginning of the race. We're reaching now 30 laps to go. And let's go do something I like to call turn up the volume. Crank up the speakers on your phone or on your TV, and let's listen to these guys racing hard. And that's what we call turn up the volume. Oh, 51, a little loose. That'll allow Carter on the outside. Carter now, new leader. That's Chris Carter, already won one race. And he's moving towards that point lead. We've got Stringfellow and Herring both having bad nights. We're now down to the final 25. And in the lead, the number 25. That's Chris Carter. John McMillan just behind. Scramita there in third spot. These guys all battling hard. And I believe those tires of Carter may have evened out as he gets into the lead. He drives from 14 seconds back after that pit stop. But with 20 lap newer tires, he's going to be hard to beat if we don't get a caution at the end of this race. Carter been fast all race long. Now Scramita trying to make a move for second. Looks to the inside of McMillan. Can't quite get there as we go forward. Dunning now down the pit lane. Like I said earlier, these cars were close on fuel. Carter should be good to the end. Doucette as well should be good all the way to the end. And Doucette now 15th spot. He's trying to move his way back towards the front. Scramita still looking. As both these guys beginning to catch Carter. Looking to the inside, Scramita. And these guys are running back up to the leader, Chris Carter. Going to be a three-car race for the lead with 20 laps to go. Scramita looking to the inside of McMillan. Lap car on the outside. These cars all within a half of a second of each other. Carter the leader. McMillan second. Scramita there in third. We are down into the closing laps. This has been a very long green flag run. We've had green flag stops. We're not sure if everyone can make it to the end on fuel. I know Giglio was saving earlier in the run. Maurer there in the Simbox Chevrolet. If you need a button box, go to Simbox on Facebook and send them a message. They'll get you hooked up. Nate Maurer, he's out there. Currently 6th position. AJ Rogers, he's out there now in 4th. He's up there second in points, was our point leader. But with Casey Herring dropping out along with Stringfellow, AJ Rogers and Carter going to have a stronghold on the front of the point standings. They should be 1-2 coming out of this one. A heartbreaker for Stringfellow as he led almost all this race, won the stage. And then with I did speak to Bill, said it was a power issue, had a breaker flip in his house and his computer cut off. The Stringfellow heartbreaker. Henry Basaw, he's having a good run tonight. He's out there in the 7th spot. That bright green 24. Hard to miss Henry Basaw when you got a car that color. Blake Giglio, he's trying to run down the 24, get a position back. Giglio, he's back in the 8th position. Cogswell, another good run. Finished second last week. Now he's up there in 9th position. Currently only 14 cars on the lead lap. Doug Neal, he rounds out our top 10. He's up 25 positions. Now a race for the lead. Scramita back down to the inside. We're looking to the inside of Carter. Carter picking up 14 seconds after he came out of the pit lane. May have really used up those tires to get up there. As Scramita now takes the lead. New leader right now, Travis Scramita, but Carter not giving it up easy. Trying to keep his nose up on the outside. Travis had a bad week last week, was out early, but a great finish right now. A great running spot. Still got 12 laps to go, and anything can happen. A couple of names up here in the top. John McMillan, he's in 3rd. He's gained 30 positions along with Patrick Colby in 5th. He's gained 26th. I mean, you can't say enough just how great of an accomplishment that is, gaining that many positions, especially in a race that's been mainly green flag since the start. And AJ Rogers, you know, he was our Daytona winner. Has been running up front quite a bit. Ran up there with 2nd or 3rd at Auto Club. He's out there in the 4th spot. We now have 10 to go, and Scramita trying to pull away a little bit from Carter. Now up 0.4 of a second. Maurer, we know Nate Maurer in the Simbach Chevrolet. We expect him to have good finishes. He's had tough luck the first few races, but in the last 2 races, last race he was a top 10 runner, finished 3rd if I'm not mistaken. And this week now running in the top 10, currently sits in the 7th spot as Henry Basaw on the bottom. This a new name up in the top 10. He's had some tough luck this season, but Henry Basaw has driven an incredible race tonight as he's battling with Nate Maurer for the 6th position. We're getting down to 8 to go. Blake, he was saving fuel earlier, trying to make sure he could make it to the end, but it looks like Blake, as he's trying to come back up through here, he may have decided that he saved enough and not used his tires. Blake may be on the move here on these last 8 laps. Blake Giglio, he was out front for quite a bit in this one. And he's currently battling with Nate, that for the 7th spot. Cogswell once again running great tonight. He's there in 9th position. Doug Neal in another Simbox car. You really need to go check out Simbox on Facebook. They're our presenting sponsor. You see them up in the top right-hand corner. Simbox. They do button boxes, so check them out. Do great products. They're going to be one of our prizes for winning, for actually finishing 2nd in this league. You're going to get a button box from Simbox. And that is a great product. Go check out Simbox PC on Facebook to get a button box from Doug Neal and Button Box. We get down 5 laps to go. Travis Skrmita with now a 1.2 second lead. We saw him saving those tires early in the run. We know that these guys were close on fuel. They should be able to make it, but we'll see as we go down through the last few laps. Now 4 to go for Skrmita with a 1.3 second lead over Carter. John McMillan out there still hanging on to 3rd. He's trying to run down Carter to get a top 2. And AJ Rogers 3 seconds out now in 4th. Patrick Colby with a great run in 5th spot. Three to go. Travis Skrmita out front, that 0X Designs car. We're going to get some great shots of these cars. Those will be given by Sim Shots, so you'll have to check out Sim Shots on Facebook. We'll post those pictures that Sim Shots is going to provide, and you're going to get to see just how much of a professional product that Sim Shots puts out. They do great work. If you need some iRacing photography, you need to check out Sim Shots on Facebook. Travis Skrmita, he's going to come around, and if he gets to this white flag before a caution, this race is going to be final. As he comes around now, white flag for Travis Skrmita. Chris Carter out there in 2nd, John McMillan in 3rd. But Skrmita, he's done a great job tonight. This full throttle racing car. Giglio a little bit sideways, but off turn 4, it's all Travis Skrmita in the 0X Designs Camaro. He comes across the line, and he's gonna win at Las Vegas. Travis Skrmita, your winner in the longest green flag run of the season. Travis Skrmita, your winner, 2nd position. Chris Carter, 3rd. John McMillan Jr. AJ Rogers in 4th. Patrick Colby, 5th. 6th. Henry Basal, 7th. Maurer Cogswell in 8th. Doug Neal, 9th. And Blake Giglio rounds out the top 10. We're going to watch a good burnout. We saw Skrmita do a burnout at the Busch Clash earlier in the season. The guy knows how to do them, Travis Skrmita. And here you go. There's teammate Blake Giglio out beside him. Great job, just Travis Skrmita. Chris Carter, he's parked out on the back. Uh-oh, Skrmita blows his engine doing a burnout. Blake gonna spin around him, do one. Now let's take a look and see if we can get a word from some of our top finishers. Hey, John, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, man, you did a great race. You gained 30 positions from the start and come out here, finished 3rd. Great race, man. How did it look out there?
It looked pretty good. You know, I just tried to save tires. I knew tires were crucial, so that was the game plan I had.
Well, we had a long green flag run. You did a great job saving those tires. So you come home third. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank my family, our big sponsor UFA, for sponsoring us, and everybody we race with.
All right. Well, thanks, John. Good luck. Hopefully we'll see you up here again soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And in second spot, Chris Carter. We'll have to see. Don't see Chris Carter. Not seeing him in a voice channel. We'll go ahead and get our winner, Travis Scramita, and maybe Chris Carter will log on here in a second. Hey, Travis, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, man, you run a great race, and you look like you had your pit strategy, but you come out. Carter runs you down with those new tires, but you did a great job saving your tires, running him back down and passing him for the win.
Yeah, it was a fun battle. At first, I was slower because I thought I didn't have enough fuel, so I was also clutching and saving some fuel, and then I realized I had enough to go to the end, and I just used the tire I had left and pulled away.
Well, that was a great run to the finish, and you got a great looking car in that Zero X Designs car. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
First, I'd like to thank Bill. Obviously, what happened, that sucks for him. But early on in the race, I couldn't figure out how he was pulling, and then he gave me a few pointers, and then I was able to learn off of him and just hit that line every single lap. And I want to thank you for doing the broadcast, and obviously Justin Lumpkin, Zero X Design, to make this cool paint for me.
Absolutely. Well, great job, Travis. This is our second time talking to you this season, including that Busch Clash win. So hopefully we'll get to talk to you again very soon.
Yeah, that'd be nice. It was definitely a nice relief after how crappy of the race I had last week. So it makes up for it for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of green flag run in this one, and great job saving those tires. So congratulations once again, Travis.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
Thanks, you too. Chris Carter. I'm still not seeing him in our Discord. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at next week. Next week, we are going to be we are at Phoenix. 165 laps at Phoenix. The stage will be at lap 70. Hey, Chris, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, man, you come home second spot. You won a couple weeks ago. You've been fast all season. I'd say you are a top candidate between you and AJ of being the point leader coming out of this race.
Yes, that's what it's looking like. I mean, I've had a lot of luck on this since I started with you guys. I fell short right here tonight. I should have saved my tires a little bit more there at the end with about 15 to go. And I didn't save them, and he ended up getting me there at the end due to tires.
Yeah, you come out, but it was an impressive run. We watched you drive a lot of the way up through the pack. As you come back out on the track after that stop, you were 14 and a half seconds off the lead, and you drive all the way up and take the lead. So a great run, even though you did use up those tires, but it was a long way to come.
Yes, sir. I was hoping for a caution there with about 20 to go to reset them tires, and it never came. But yeah, I found myself all the way back to 28 there for a second. But it was a great run. It was a great finish here.
You absolutely need to come home second. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
Thank AJ, my teammate. You know what I'm saying? Me and him have been racing together off of the league, so we're learning a lot together. Just thank Southern Excitement Racing and Throttle Up Broadcasting.
Well, we appreciate it. Good job, Chris. We'll have to look at the points, but I'm sure you'll be either first or second, but I'm assuming probably first.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be hard to maintain, but it'd be great.
All right, good luck going forward. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again soon.
Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you. All right, that second place, Chris Carter. And once again, next week we'll be at Phoenix. And going to be a great race. A great race tonight. A lot of green flag running. A big difference from last week because we had 16 cautions last week. And I'm pretty sure we only had 3 cautions tonight. 2 or 3. So great job. All these guys done a great job in tonight's race. And our winner, Travis Scramita, he wins here at Las Vegas. Tune in Wednesday night. We'll be with the Rebel Racing League. And, of course, we'll be back here next Sunday with the Southern Excitement Racing League. And we will see you all again next time.